Old houses, I thought, do not belong to people ever. Not really. People belong to them. I love that quote by Gladys Tabor. Our house is over 200 years old, and how many times I've thought, wow, if these walls could talk. Well, we are doing the best that we can to take care of this beautiful old home. We love her so much. We want to preserve her, and we are doing the best that we can to do that. That being said, the past couple of weeks, we've been really busy scraping and painting the front of our house. We've started with the front because that is the part of the house that has needed the most care. Mark and I are not afraid of a little hard work, and also we take pride in the fact that, once again, we've put our stamp on this house. A few videos ago, I shared with you the day that we went to the architectural antique store and the purchase of this stoop. So I'm going to share with you today what we did with that, or I should say what Mark did with that. So let's get started.
So getting into this, this looks like original wood. You can tell it's got quite the age to it and beat up a bit. This here looks like they replaced this piece here, obviously probably from rot on both sides. And the goal will be to get this out. This needs to be replaced on both sides. This you can see is not an old stoop. This was glued up by the manufacturer, whoever they bought from originally. And it's just through the winter and springs and thaws and freezing, it's just spread itself out and deteriorated to nothing.
And this is the copper flashing here.
And this is the screws that I had tried to put in to secure it, and you can see they're already starting to deteriorate over time. 2 years, so time to do a replacement.
So unfortunately, once Mark had everything removed, more water damage than we were expecting. So he had to take this off, and replace it with a man-made material that does look like wood. And once we've painted it, honestly, you can't even tell the difference. And the reason for all of this saturation is because the house does face the north, and we just don't get enough sun to dry it out. So even more reason for us to replace it with a material that is not going to saturate like real wood. And here it is. Once it's painted, honestly, you can't even tell the difference.
Okay, here's the finished cuts. Hopefully it'll fit. Looks pretty
Yay, like a glove.
good. So now I'll have to cut this off so it's not such a long overhang.
Yeah. Okay, beautiful. Okay, at this point, this is what the project looks like. It is an ongoing project. We are not completed. Just wanted to show you the new pillar moldings, I guess you could call that Mark rebuilt out of I guess you would call it kind of a plastic wood. The whole idea of it is to prevent rotting, obviously, yet we want to keep the look of the original. So as you can see, lots of work to do on the door yet. Haven't even touched that. This piece that I showed you that we purchased at that architectural antique store, we are going to sand that and refinish that. That is obviously not completed yet. I just wanted to show you the update on what we have. As you can see, more stripping, more replacing of rotten wood. It's a project of love. We love the house. We want to take care of this baby and make her look pretty and bring her a little up to date. So we'll keep you updated. We're still working here. Okay, now it's my turn. I am going to start the painting. Mark is going to continue with the scraping, and he'll be the one to get on the top of the ladder to do the top part of the house, because I do have a little fear of heights. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's a close-up of the original wood, original nails. You can see at one time the house was painted white. Now moving on to my next job, which is freezing some corn. I went to a local farmer's market and they had some beautiful corn, so I decided to purchase some to freeze. I do enjoy freezing corn. I don't do a ton. I actually did 3 different batches, so probably a total of maybe 6 dozen. And I enjoy it, or I should say we enjoy it in the winter. I also love putting it in soups, stews, and even chili. I also purchased just a few zucchini. I did not plant any this year because I don't want a million zucchini, but I do enjoy having some shredded up in the freezer so that if I want to make some bread or muffins in the winter, I have that to do so. I just grate it up and then measure out 2 cups and put them in freezer bags, and it's that easy. Now, since I was in the painting mode, I decided to pull out these 2 chairs that I had purchased at consignment stores, and I wanted to add those to my dining room table. I already have 6 Windsor chairs and I wanted to add 2 more, so now I have a total of 8. So a little fun fact about the Windsor chairs. The English settlers were the ones to introduce the Windsor chairs to North America, and there is a speculation that the first American Windsor chair, based on the traditional British design, was actually made in Philadelphia in 1730. It's a design, honestly, I have loved for years, and I'm painting them black because to me, traditional black just says New England. Now, I was lucky enough to find the original 6. They were matching at a consignment store. That's hard to find. These other 2 that I have, I just purchased individually at 2 different consignment stores. As you can see, they were not painted at all, and I just made the decision to spray paint them. It's an extremely easy job. And now I have 8 matching chairs, with 2 being captain chairs, the ones with the arms. Before I let you go, I had to introduce you to my little painting assistant. Isn't she beautiful? She hung around all afternoon while we were painting, and obviously, as you can see, she was a bit of a distraction for me. Well, it's time for me to get back to painting. Thank you so much for joining me this week. I certainly appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful week, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.